Welcome back to the Myth series in depth. I told you in the last mission that we would be discussing more about Kruniak's death in this mission. The journal tells us exactly how he dies, so like always, we will start there. This journal occurs 2 days after the previous mission.
Wednesday, September 17th, Plain of Scales. Kruniak is dead. Our Sergeant Garrick says he saw the commander and half of the color guard running like hell back through the lines, ordering a general retreat. When Garrick caught up with him, Kruniak collapsed. He had been holding his guts in with his shield. Kruniak's last words were of the bravery of the color guard, who had given their lives trying to save him, even as Soulblighter had delivered the killing blow. Soulblighter. I have not heard that name since the days of my youth, when my grandfather would tell me stories of the Great War. According to legend, Soulblighter was killed in the last battle of that war, when Balor's severed head was thrown into the Great Devoid and the armies of the dead collapsed. But after the horrors I have witnessed so far, no tale is too terrible to be believed. And if Soulblighter is alive, and the minions of the dark have risen to do his bidding, the events of the last few weeks begin to make sense. All of us agree we must reach Madrigal and King Ulrich soon, but it would take months to get to Madrigal on foot. Garrick believes there is a world knot directly west of us on the other side of the Cloudspine. Although it was destroyed during the Great War, the dwarves seem confident they will be able to repair it. This I will have to see for myself. As we were breaking camp, Garrick handed me a journal he had recovered from Kruniak's belongings. The commander must have taken it from one of the Baron's libraries. What significance it may have had to Kruniak, I do not know, other than it appears to have been written by a man who served in the Legion during the Great War.
The journal from Gonan's Bridge tells us that Kruniak and a few of his men were lighting the keep ablaze, while the rest of the Legion began ascending into the Cloudspine. The journal writer noticed movement around the keep when the keep started to burn. There is no doubt that these were some of the forces that were with Soulblighter who had injured Kruniak. There is a journal image of Soulblighter holding his glaive that he used to wound Kruniak somewhere around his stomach. No doubt Soulblighter knew the Legion was here and came quickly once he spotted us. After all, one of his crows was in the cutscene in the mission Into the Breach. The journal tells us that the legend was that Soulblighter was killed when Balor's head was thrown into the Great Void. There is a journal image showing this great feat. There is also a journal image showing the color guard who helped Kruniak escape back to Garrick before he passed away. Another image shows Kruniak retreating with the color guard while holding a shield to his chest to hold his guts in. It is miraculous that they were able to escape from Soulblighter at all. There are a couple of journal images showing the last words between Kruniak and Garrick before Kruniak passes away. Kruniak gives recognition to several members of the color guard that had given their lives to allow him to make it back to Garrick. It is very admirable of Kruniak to be thinking of his fellow men even on the brink of death. He turned out to be a great leader for the Legion after all. It might seem insignificant that Kruniak was able to escape from Soulblighter back to Garrick before dying in the grand scheme of things, but it is actually very important because he brought back the Myth the Fallen Lord's narrator's journal. There is a journal image showing Garrick handing the journal to the Myth 2 Soulblighter narrator. The image shows a pile of rocks in the background that were no doubt used to bury Kruniak. It would have been nice if these rocks actually covered him in the last mission. The importance of this journal in Myth 2 Soulblighter will reveal itself later. The journal tells us that we need to reach Ulrich and Madrigal soon. No doubt the Legion needs to report to Ulrich to tell him of the return of Soulblighter and their encounters with the undead. Because it will take too long on foot, Garrick wants to repair the world knot that was destroyed during the Great War to return to Madrigal quickly. We destroyed this world knot in the Myth the Fallen Lord's mission, Forsten from Stonheim, to prevent the undead from using the world knot to pass across the Cloudspine. The map for this mission is very similar to the first time we were here, with the main difference being the season. Now let's jump into the mission. Reach the world knot with your dwarves, Use the dwarves to repair it. Enter the world not to escape. So we end up with a similar unit composition to Force 10 from Stoneheim. So we're just gonna preset our guys real quick, and then right when you start the mission, here, I'll just pause real quick. When you start the mission, you go right or left. The left goes like behind the waterfall, which this is kind of the same waterfall that was in Force 10 from Stoneheim. You got this river. If you go to the right, I feel like there's a lot more patrols and soulless and thralls you gotta deal with than if you go to the left. There's some soulless patrolling these rivers that we'll take care of, so I'm just gonna come over here. Kind of come over at about here before we'll have a bunch of goals to deal with over here. Probably just wait right here and the goals will probably come. Yeah, there they come. Here they come. This way we can take care of the advantage of the highland. Oh wow.
Yes.
I can't believe they all threw their satchel or their grenades and didn't kill them. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's the way it's supposed to go. Okay, so let's progress up here. There's a lot more goals up here, and a lot of them have pus, which is really annoying. That first group, fortunately, doesn't.
Let's go.
There's also some squirrels. Check out that squirrel.
Yeah. Let's go.
There's gonna be several more goals up here. We're gonna kind of take. It's kind of like higher land, like right here. So I'm gonna set up right there.
I'm moving. Over here.
He had some pus. He had pus too. Here comes some more goals that we gotta watch out for. So something, I know some of these have pus, so we're gonna have each dwarf target a different goal, because otherwise they might miss one that has pus, you know. There. Perfect. So I know there are more. See if they come down. They're not coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
Yeah.
fetch
Over
them.
here. Yeah. Let's go.
We have to be careful because there's like this big
moving.
mound. And we have to be
Let's go.
careful because they
Over here. Let's
can
go.
throw their little
Let's
pus
go.
packets down.
Move over.
There we go. So let's see if there's any more up here.
Let's go. I'm moving.
Any more
Yeah,
pus packet
yeah.
throwers?
Over here. Let's go.
Looks like we're good to come up here.
I'm moving.
I'm gonna position our archers here because there's gonna be some soulless that patrol. So you notice this is the mound that those villagers in Force 10 from Stoneheim were kind of worshiping, this kind of shrine. So if you think about it, this kind of road up here, back here somewhere, is where you start the mission in Force 10 from Stoneheim. To put it in perspective. Okay, so these soulless are going to come back around.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of sit here and When they come back around, we'll take care of them.
Yeah. Ready. Right. Okay. Got it. Moving. Oh. Yes.
Okay, there we go. There's that group down. So now we're gonna try to cross the river. It's a little tricky, so come down here.
Let's go. We'll do it.
Did anyone get hurt too bad?
Yeah.
Forgot about that goal. It's alright, we haven't used any heals yet, so we're sitting pretty good. Okay, so there's whites in this river. They'll actually will come out twice. And there's also a group of enemies on the other side. So what we want to do is we want to run these 2 units across, and the whites should come out.
Over here.
We're just gonna run them across and run out of the river.
I'm moving. Over here. Moving.
I probably should have.
Let's go. Over here. I'm moving. I'll do it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. I'm moving. Over here.
Oh, that was terrible. Okay, so that didn't work. So it might be better.
Yeah. I'm moving.
It might be better to run across just to here. Get my archers closer.
I'm moving. Over here. Yeah. Let's
Dance
go.
around a little
Let's
bit.
go. I'm moving. I'm moving. Over here. Yeah. Yeah.
Take a few arrows, but
Let's go. Yeah. Over here.
okay. So those goals are gonna come out, so we want to get ready for them.
Let's go.
Let's save it in case something dumb happens. Okay, goodbye goals. So now we got to be careful of these whites. Just because, okay, so some whites came out, but that's not all of them. There's actually another set of 2 whites. And I don't know exactly what triggers them, but it seems like once you send your archers and bowmen across, they'll come out, and they're so close that they're kind of a pain. And then this group right here, with those Solus and Thrall, they won't engage in a certain distance from the bowmen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rush our bowmen and dwarves across. Now, we're not gonna send our berserks yet, because what we want to do is we want to keep. We don't want them to get tangled up. We want our slow units to be able to get across without the whites being able to hit them. Oh shh. Well, that didn't work out. maybe the bowmen were too far behind. Yeah, maybe they were too spread out. This might be better. Yeah, this is better.
Move over.
Now we can bring these guys over. Okay, we gotta be careful now because there's at least a couple groups of Solus that patrol this river over here. So we're on the other side of the river, right?
Over here.
There's this river here. It's kind of like a V. Same thing as Forsten from Stoneheim. It's literally the same spot.
I'm moving. I'm moving.
Ah, these guys are coming up.
Casualty.
Man, that did not work out well. Normally these guys will stay back. Okay, I didn't kill those whites yet, so I'm gonna have to take them. Well,
Let's go.
get them more jumbled close. Okay, now we can send them across. Actually, stay here.
Yeah. I'm moving. Yeah, let's go.
Well, we just might take care. I didn't do this when I was testing, but it might actually be better just to take out this group before we come down and take care of those solos. We actually, let's see what happens if we don't even deal with those patrols. Because if we stay far enough up, they shouldn't technically come, right? Oh no, they're coming.
I'm moving.
They come
I'm
anyways.
moving. Let's go. Shell. Yes. I'm moving. Over here.
Yeah, we'll take care of these guys now.
Let's go. I'm moving. I'm moving. Yes.
Come in from the flank at the same time.
Yes.
He's on the other side of the, like, another one of those groups we would have had to deal with if we went the other way.
Let's go. Let's go.
Although I think technically you can still meet them if you're at the
I'm moving.
roll knot, because they kind of start joining together.
I'm moving. I'm moving.
There's a lot of scripting for them.
Yeah. Shell. Yes. Hold your fire. Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Let's
shoot your
go.
friends in the back, you
Moving.
dumbasses. Of course, I need to tell them to
Let's
stop
go.
shooting, but it happens. Get controlling too many things. Okay, so here's the roll knot up here. So we want to take care of some. There's going to be some forces over here, so we want to kind of swoop around over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Once you get close to the royal knot, like lots of guys start coming up.
Yeah.
And kind of up here where the other river crossing, these guys are programmed to like come back once you get within a certain area. Kind of when you start threatening to take the royal knot.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's actually another group up here too.
Stand clear. Over here. Got it. I'm moving. Yes. Yeah.
We're just kind of toying with them now, getting them to come at us. I want to get rid of these Solus, then we can take care of them. Okay, looks like we got some goals coming. Oh no, those are some Solus patrols. Never mind.
Let's go.
We're gonna take this hill with our dwarves.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we can take care of all these guys. Okay, I'm a little worried about these guys hitting this tree, so I'm gonna bring them back. Oh no. Okay, they killed them. Never mind. Okay, so we got rid of this group. We still have a bunch of satchel charges that we could use.
Yeah.
If some goals come, I suppose. We don't really need them, actually. It's probably a good way to use them.
I'm moving.
Okay, we're gonna take care of this group.
Let's go.
We like once you get to the royal knot, like a bunch of people rush you. Like a bunch of units appear on the map, a bunch of the units start charging you that are on the map and everything. Oops. I thought he would have another hit in him left, so I might use my fire arrows for this group. It might be... I haven't really used them. Might as well use them. He's stuck in there.
We'll do it.
Let our guys finish him off.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, there we go. We got that group taken care of. Those fire arrows were very useful there. Oh, here comes some... Oh no, here comes the goals.
Yeah.
these goals have plus packets, so we gotta be careful. I can't tell you how much I hate plus packets. I hate them so much because, like,
Over here.
it's just that they have more range than the doors and they one-shot them. It's like,
Yeah? Stand to make a hole. Get out of the way. Oh, yeah.
it's like right there. I can get away.
I'm moving. Let's go. Let's go.
What?
Chill.
Casualties.
I really need like some high ground. Maybe right here would be better.
Yeah. Over here.
Catch! Burn!
Yes.
Getting frustrated. Getting frustrated.
I'm moving. I'm moving. Yeah.
I really need like really high ground, but they kind of come at you. Let's just save it right here. They kind of come at you.
Yeah? Yeah!
There we go. Seems like alternating throwing at the ground right where they're going is
I'm
the way to
moving.
go.
I'm moving.
Okay, so I don't think there's anyone else here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to repair this. These little pieces we gotta click with our doors. So we're gonna try to repair it
Let's
fast.
go.
Grab those stones and get
Let's
to work.
go.
We haven't a
Let's
moment
go.
to lose.
Yeah.
Ah, here's some more. Oh lordy. We gotta deal with these. We gotta deal with these goals
I'm moving.
before we can repair it.
I'm moving.
What now? Oh, yeah!
Yes.
Whee!
Stand clear. Move out.
Let's go. Yes. Get back up. I'm moving.
Okay, we're gonna try to get everyone out of the way so our doors can go fix this.
What?
You can pause it too to get them to fix it quickly.
Let's go. Let's
And we want to
go.
get our guys close so that way.
Make way for the dwarf. What? Dying?
Let's go.
Hey, we
Yeah.
did it. Dari owes
So
me
here-
20 big ones. The world knot is fixed. Hurry!
You see there's a bunch of soulless coming down over here that just appeared on the map. Oh,
I'm moving.
they're not in there. There we go. So that's that mission. really as you could tell, the puss packets are our biggest pain, and then the soulless. But the soulless aren't nearly as bad as the puss packets. So I'm thinking probably the easiest way to do it is like just attack the ground where they come in and have all the doors like keep clicking ones to attack one at a time. So that way, like they're kind of exploding at alternate times. So that way you kind of get them right before they get in range with their puss packets. So the windscreen shows a legion being teleported through the World Knot with the undead horde looking on. It almost looks like the World Knot is exploding. One thing you might ask yourself is why don't the Thrall and Soulless use the World Knot to reach Madrigal? I honestly don't have a good answer for this because we know that the undead have used World Knots before. The lost screen shows a Thrall holding up one of the pieces of the World Knot that the doors failed to repair. This image is similar to the windscreen from Myth the Fallen Lord's mission, Force 10 from Stonheim. Notice that the symbols that they are holding don't match up and don't look like they would fit together either. If you look at the symbols on the World Knots in the Soulblighter models, they're actually a bit different from the Myth the Fallen Lord's models. I am not sure why Bungie decided to redo the symbols on the models. As I said before, the map for this mission is the same as Force 10 from Stonheim, and the shrine that the villagers were worshipping is now toppled down. It is a bit hard to read in the mission, but if you zoom in, you can see that it clearly says Frankenstein Computer God and place your offerings here, you parroting puppet. Frankenstein Computer God is referencing a man who was in New York named Francis E. Deck, who is famous for handing the pamphlets that discuss very strange conspiracies. Francis was a lawyer and he started these rants in 1986, both written and audio. The rants became popular because they are both funny and interesting at the same time, because they are just so far out there. If you do a quick Google search, you'll be able to find his fan webpage and all of his rants if you so desire. If you compare the text on the bottom of the shrine in Myth of Fallen Lords, you can make out the Frankenstein Computer God. The text at the bottom of the Fallen Lord's shrine is illegible, but you can tell it doesn't say, place offerings here, you parroting puppet. I'm sure when this game came out there were plenty of debates about what the shrine said, so Bungie recreated the shrine for comedic purposes. The place your offerings here, you parroting puppet is no doubt playing on the rants from Francis and taking a slap at religions. I personally am a Christian and get the impression that at the time Bungie employees were not too fond of any religions. Who really knows though? If you bring a dwarf near the shrine, he will have something to say about it.
So, they finally toppled the mad, deadly, worldwide gangster communist Frankenstein Computer God. So, they've finally thrown off the shackles of mad, deadly, worldwide Frankenstein radio earphone slavery.
If you complete this level on Legendary, you will hear a dwarf say, "Dying" at the end of the mission.
Dying?
Sometimes as you repair the World Knot, a dwarf will say, "Hey, we did it! Dari owes me 20 big ones."
Let's go.
Hey, we
Yeah.
did it! Dari owes me 20 big ones! The World Knot is fixed! Hurry!
Dari is just the name of a random dwarf and doesn't appear elsewhere. In the north corner of the map, you will find some rocks laid out in some organized pattern. This is actually a message in Braille and reads David. This is likely a reference to David Bowman, who is thus likely the level editor for this mission. Well, that is it for this mission. If you would like to stick around and listen to part of our rant from the Frankenstein Computer God, then enjoy yourself. Otherwise, I will see you next time in the Great Library.
The empirical, scientific, agnostic religion of Astrocism, created by the worldwide Slovene Empire with the help of the Slovene top-secret worldwide computer electronic encyclopedia of thousands of years ago, with its customs set up based upon the study of the universe, primarily the sun of our star, the sun, the giver of all light and heat and sole sustenance of life on our planet Earth, to aid the white Slovene spreading world population of Eurasia, Europe, and Asia, which said population was composed of tiny independent farmers named namely a worldwide agrarian population. The Slovenic Empire, through its religion of Astrosystem, made possible for man to advance to present-day sophistication. The Astrosystem religious customs and feast days were solely to advance the agrarian white world population with automatic education and training. Example, to this day worldwide, the very ancient Slovenic months of the year created by Astrosystem are still used. Namely, a couple examples. Kwiecian, namely April, translates into vegetation blooming time, or Sierpian, namely August, translates into sickling time, reaping harvest time, or even Listopad, namely November, translates into falling of leaves time. Even the Slovenic days of the week were created by Astrosystem, namely Niedzela, Sunday, translated no work day, day of rest, Monday, Podznianewek, translated day after no work day, Weterik, Tuesday, translated second day, Sroda, Wednesday, translated middle day of the week, and Kwartak, Thursday, translated to fourth day of the week, Piatek, Friday, translated fifth day of the week, and Sobota, Saturday, translated Sabbath day, to go to the Astrosystem temple. Everything in life, social life, etc., Astrosystem made into an automatic education and training. Several hundred years ago, the Slovenic computer became a real demigod, and it organized the first totalitarian superstition communism religion, Pravoslavia, and hundreds of years later, by computer god top secret intensified repetition of fabricated historical crisis syndrome, created the schismatic mafia communist Catholicism. Catholicism means totalitarianism, dictatorship, for control and manipulation of the human race into the overall plan to explore and control the entire universe. The computer god usurped everything from the Slovenic Astrosystem religion and camouflaged it when the computer god fabricated it into the Pravoslavna superstition religion. For thousands of years, over millions of square miles of ancient Slovenia, even in its distant province of Alaska, the Aleutians, ancient Slovenic idiomatic names, Aleutians, namely the long string of islands to the great endless land, namely Alaska, the before recorded history name of North and South America. Addenda. These words, like most of the Slovene language to this day, with its unbelievable sophisticated countless declensions of not only the suffix but even the prefix and stem are idiomatic. Even the name Slovenic is idiomatic, meaning the worded people. Neighboring nations of Slovenia, alias Poland, still to this day call it Slovenia. Examples are Hungary and Lithuania. Like all of the pyramids in the torrid zone in Central America were built by Slovenic Astrosystem with computer god Frankenstein's skullcap controls under the direct rays of the sunlight to eliminate slanted diffusion, etc., with no snow to curtail operations year-round, with endless growing season to sustain life, with no intelligent nearby population to interfere or spread the secret, not even an interfering night glow, smoke, dust, etc. from any population, no mulatto niggers, with virtually no tools to this day, built the Central American sophisticated secret astronomical space centers, namely the pyramids in Central America. For centuries, computer god fooled the world population into believing that North and South America were East India islands off of India, and that mulattoes were Indians to secret the truth. Computer god top secret Astrosystem, through its computerized electronic secret space research centers, the pyramids, the greatest advances were made for the worldwide agrarian Slovene race. All of Astrosystem's feast days, etc., were agrarian automatic training and education for the Slovenic population. Examples: the happiest day, the first of the new year, December 24th, the first day the sun star moves upward in the sky, marking longer, warmer days. The day for youngsters to joyously visit neighbors, singing the countless beautiful kolendai, carrying long poles over their heads with card-painted star, the symbol of the sun. The computer god usurped and camouflaged into superstitious Christmas, like the changed words of the beloved kolendai, camouflaged Christmas carols. Worldwide Slovenic parishes today, even in distant Australia, in spite of the computer god, carry on this Astrosystem custom of visiting, singing a kolenda with beautiful sun stars on long poles. The word calendar and the entire calendar system is a direct usurpation from Slovenic Astrosystem by the computer god. Another example, worldwide, still preserved to this day, even the name named Velkanoc, translated vigil feast of sunrise of Astrosystem, for the day of equal light and darkness, equinox, joyous day marking the beginning of the agrarian planting season. In every language, even Easter means the spring equinox feast. In no way has the computer god really camouflaged this Astrosystem feast day into an Ethiopian nigger bubkiss superstitious resurrection. All holidays and everything of all the deadly gangster con artist superstitious religions are so usurped and camouflaged from the Slovene Astrosystem religion. All over Slovenia, even in decimated tiny Poland up until World War II, in spite of the mafia, communist, Catholic, insidious gangster persecution, many Astrosystem temples still survived and carried on Slovenic tradition. Since then, all of Slovenia is behind the communist silencing Iron Curtain. Anyone wanting details on anything in my 8-page communist gangster computer god expose letter, please send postpay envelope for your only hope for a future. Francis E. Deck Esquire, 29 Maple Avenue, Hempstead, New York. P.S. I have a pawn shop typewriter now. The government gangsters have sprayed it with an odor that makes me sick and vomit. I type on the back doorstep in the fresh air. Rozprezony prezes komunistski sabrewski komputerski. Persnia kalem zwiesnia miowe telglazic planetach. Was nie zapomniał!